Darren Nord is a former employee at NASA. Darren Nord hired me via a Craigslist want ad 3 years ago to come do landscaping work. Over the last 3 years, my wife and I contributed to easily, roughly, $20,000, between $10,000 and $20,000 on both properties in labor and design for his home. His wife would come out and she would do the poses, the eye flash things. They'd send their dog out, and then they started having their neighbors harass me. One day when they sent people to harass, I cried out, Ollie, oxen free, come out and play. Okay, and after that day, for some reason that rung a bell, that pinched people's nerves, and the harassment got further away. What I mean is they made sure they kept their distance when they said stuff to me. Then I go to work for his neighbors. His neighbors are through Darren, okay, so he starts farming me out. His neighbors are cardiologists and anesthesiologists across the street, and then to directly next to him, I'm not sure what their profession is. I think Melina is her name. Melina.
Yeah, right.
Over 6 months and 3 conversations, we discussed what has to happen to her garden area for it to flourish. And while I'm doing it, she comes out, she puts her hands behind her back, and she starts running around like a chicken clucking, saying, "This isn't what I wanted, Rob. This isn't what I wanted." Total street theater. Okay, so they put their hands behind their back, and this is their covert way of saying you're going to jail. So I tell Natalie about it, and then we go over to her sister Kim's house to drop something off or pick something up, and then Nick does the same little hands behind the back dance. Okay, Nick Ballard, the brother of the attorney that's on the Charlie Kirk assassination case in Utah. Same brother, Ballard. Look the last name up. Okay, so he played the game, and then Natalie's sister came over, and she looks at me while she looks and says to her dad, "Hey, Dad, should we take out the trash?" And taking out the trash is the name of the program that I found on Tim Collette's hard drive dealing with gangstalking. This segment called Taking Out the Trash, to get people to excommunicado people out of your neighborhood that are undesirable. Okay, this is a military government proxy ran program. There's no doubt. And it's run by the people of America that own infrastructure and other powerful positions in the world. The reason why I'm making this video is to expose Darren Nord, who worked for NASA, and then deliberately gave my wife and I nanotech out of a bottle of master pack of Flonase. The bottle was brown with a white tip, white cap. It had silver and green label. Okay, he gave that to my wife. And then my wife's torture started getting so bad it isn't funny. I completely forgot that he had given us that. But they mentioned it on V2K, which was really weird. Okay, this is also what they mentioned on V2K, was this Bubba thing. His neighbors walked by his house that I was working on, and they started their covert harassment conversation. Y'all know how they do it. I hold them accountable for it. They don't get away with it. So they walk by and says, "I don't know, do you think he's a pedophile? Does he look like a pedophile?" So I literally got up right away and walked behind them, no less than 2 feet right behind them, and started telling them how it was. Let them know I'm holding them accountable. And then I'd kill them fucking dead on the spot and be exonerated for it. Then I'd get their fucking confessions for what they're doing to human beings. And get a medal of honor. Okay, I get the highest medal that a citizen can get. This is subversive. This man, Darren Nord, is using an app that is provided to Home Ownership Association members and InfraGard watchers, people who are neck deep in infrastructure. This app literally tracks people via GPS, and it was shown to me by Marvin Carlson in Portland, Oregon, how they track people. Okay, he showed it to me. He had a ex-federal agent look into things, and they told me that there are 3 black clouds hanging over my head. Okay, I mean, I could go on and on and on. If you want to hear about the black clouds, let me know. Darren Nord. This guy is absolutely a handler in gangstalking. Now, I just want to say, if you know who's doing this to you, do you understand? You have the legal right to stop them. You must get the confession from these people. At whatever the cost, you must get them to confess. If 20 targets, obtain confessions from their handlers, from the people stalking them, there's enough work there for an investigator to topple the entire system.